Hello, welcome back. The first clip I told about the twisted cube and how this is unique, and as I said, this is exactly the same as the 3 by 3. So you can imagine that the top is going to be the yellow and the face is white. I mean the orange. The only challenge is the white is going to be as exactly similar to the 3 by 3. The only way you look at it is when it is looking like this, it becomes very easy. But when I scramble it, as I scramble it, you will see that it becomes a bit more tough for you to see because I once I scramble, I'll explain you what I'm meaning. When you look at it from a solved aspect, it may look to be yeah, okay, this is not something just worrisome thing. It is easy, we can solve it. But once you scramble it, as I am doing right away, um, you will find that there are certain confusing aspects that are very specific to this cube, which normally you will not see in the other cubes. And once I scramble it to a good extent, I'm not following any algorithm to scramble. I just scramble it visually so that it gets distorted completely and the colors are completely scattered. So what I was saying before is the uniqueness for this. If you see this, each of the center here, a center color is always one color. The edges are two colored and the corners are three colored, so that makes it easy for us to understand which is the center and which surface should have the color of which. But here if you see this, there are going to be for each of the center there are going to be two colors. For example, in this case it is orange and blue. Here it's orange and green, right? And same, it's green and red and blue and red. So when you scramble this and then look at it, you have no idea which color of these two is going to be the color that will determine this side's color, full color. So for example, this can either be green or it can be a red. So if it is green, then it is going to follow its own pattern, where the green, then it will be orange and so on. But if it is red, you cannot do the same thing. It should be followed with a green or a blue. So we need to be clear about how to solve the Rubiks, which is the twisted cube. And for it, we need to have a better understanding of the color dispositions between the different centers. For example, you would know that in a normal Rubik's cube, when the yellow is on the top and orange is your friend, the left side is going to be green and the right hand side will be blue. And the bottom will be, the down portion will be white, the back portion will be red. So using this convention, we should know that once I identify a place or a side to be orange, it should be, if you go in a cyclic fashion, let's say clockwise, if you're going in this fashion, it should be followed with a green, then a red, then a blue. And similarly, when you are following it in the acyclic fashion or the counterclockwise, you will start with the orange, then go to the blue, then red and the green. So if you follow this convention, it becomes easy for you to visualize how this is going to be. Keep in mind, we will still continue to use the yellow as the top and orange as your friend. But for you to even determine which portion of this, there are two portions like orange and blue, orange and yellow, orange and green. So of these, which is going to be your real orange face will be the challenging part. So it's not going to be easy and straightforward. Sometimes you have to do a trial and error, but most of the times you should follow the convention. If this is an orange with a green and you see a green and a red, obviously the next is going to be, if you follow this, it's not going to be following a orange with a red, as orange and red are in the opposite directions, so it cannot be. So obviously it should be orange and a green. That means orange clockwise is followed by a green, so obviously this portion cannot be a orange, right? So if you do this way, you will know that this has to be your, this has to be your orange, and then it should follow clockwise. When you say orange and a clockwise, it should be blue. So conventionally, if you look at this yellow on the top, which is the yellow center on the top, the orange will follow a blue. So this is the phase that is supposed to be orange. And if you see in the back, you will also see in the left hand side counterclockwise, you see the green, which follows with it. So first identifying which center to start with will be the challenging part. So I hope what I explained you makes sense and you are able to grasp the difference between seeing a 3 by 3 normally versus a twisted cube and then identifying this. So I will take a small break and come and explain it one more time in a different way so that you understand it better. And if you are able to stick on to this, your solving this is going to be pretty straightforward. So the next clip is going to be again explaining this in a different way, but I'll try to follow from there to solve the problem. Till then, we'll take a small break. Thank you.